Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ikrar Setia Bakti, and now I will present my result of my research. The first research is experimental research. The research title is The Effect of Stand-Up Comedy Video on Students' English Speaking Fluency. And two is research context. This experimental research is conducted in an English as a foreign language classroom at university level. Many students experience anxiety and lack fluency when speaking English. Oleh karena itu, stand up comedy di sini saya merasa bisa digunakan sebagai learning atmosphere karena dengan melihat stand up comedy video itu bisa menjadi lebih santai dan pelajar tidak tegang. The third is research problem. The research problem is, does the use of stand-up comedy video significantly improve student English speaking fluency compared to conventional speaking instruction? Four is research design. The research design is, the type of research design is experimental study. The design is pre-test, post-test, control group design. The group is experimental group taught using stand-up comedy video, and the control group is taught using conventional speaking activity. 5 is the variable. Variable is the independent variable is use of stand-up comedy video, and dependent variable is student English speaking fluency score. The 6 is scale of measurement. The speaking fluency score is using interval scale. So next is research hypothesis. The research hypothesis is the null hypothesis is there is no significant difference in speaking fluency between students taught using stand-up comedy video and those taught using conventional method. An alternative hypothesis is there is a significant difference in speaking fluency between students taught using stand-up comedy video and those taught using conventional method. The next is hypothetical data. Here is a group A, yang mana ini adalah experimental group, and group B is control group. And statistic analysis use is independent sample t-test. The reason of using the t-test is the study compare the mean score of two independent group. The dependent variable is measured on an interval scale. The research aim to identify a significant difference between group. Lanjut kepada step-stepnya, yaitu first is testing the normality of the data distribution. Second is testing the homogeneity of the group. This one is called F-test. It is done simultaneously with testing the research hypothesis. Now is the using SPSS. The first is open the variable view. Nah, di situ ada variable data view dan variable view, dibuka variable view-nya. Yang kedua yaitu type score in name and student score in label. Di situ ada. Yang ketiga, type group in name and identify the control and experiment in value. Yang keempat yaitu input the data skornya yang di data tadi. Yang kelima, analyze, klik analyze, compare means, and independent sample t-test. Yang keenam yaitu move the variable student score to test variable, geser ke kotak kanan, and move group to group variable di kotak yang bawahnya, and type 1 in group 1 and 2 in group 2. Lalu klik continue dan OK. Setelah itu kita memiliki SPSS outputnya. yang mana output dari statistiknya yaitu mean dari eksperimennya yaitu 81,8 dan kontrolnya adalah 71,7. Dan di sini juga ada independent sample testnya dan interpretation-nya. The interpretation of F-test is the if test results show that the p-value is 0.199, which is greater than 0.5. Consequently, the null hypothesis is not rejected. As such, the assumption of equal variance is fulfilled and the equal variance assumed rho is used for interpreting the t-test result. And the t-test is since the such value is 0, which is lower than 0.5, the null hypothesis is rejected. This indicates that there is statistically significant difference between the student English speaking fluency score in the experimental group and those is in the control group. So, the conclusion is, based on the result of the independent sample t-test analyzed using SPSS, it can be concluded that the use of stand-up comedy video has a significant effect on student English speaking fluency. Students in the experimental group demonstrate significantly better speaking fluency than those in the control group. Okay. The next is correlation research. The correlation research title is The Relationship Between Student Listening Habit and Their Speaking Fluency. The research context is this correlation study is conducted among EFL university students. Listening habits such as listening to English podcasts, music, or video are believed to influence speaking fluency. So the research problem is there a significant relationship between student English listening habit and their speaking fluency? The next is the research design. The research design is the type is correlation study. No treatment or manipulation, just focus on measuring the relationship between two variables. So, next the variable is variable X is listening habit score and the variable Y is speaking fluency score. And the scale of measurement is listening habit score is interval scale and speaking fluency score is interval scale. And the research hypothesis is the null hypothesis is there is no significant correlation between listening habit and speaking fluency, and the alternative hypothesis is there is significant correlation between listening habit and speaking fluency. So here the data is interval data about the student listening and speaking score, and the statistical analysis used is person, product, and moment correlation. The reason of using the test is both variables are measured on an interval scale. The goal is to determine the strength and direction of a relationship. So, the next is move to step-by-step statistical procedure. The first is developing a hypothesis. The null hypothesis is there is no significant correlation between listening habit and speaking fluency. An alternative hypothesis is there is a significant correlation between listening habit and speaking fluency. Move to using SPSS. The first is open the variable view and type listening and speaking in the label name column. The next is type, listening habit, and speaking fluency in the label column. Jika sudah, move to data view and input the data. Jadi, the next is, jika sudah memasukkan datanya, selanjutnya yaitu klik analyze, terus cari correlate and bivariate. Setelah itu pencet bivariate-nya, lalu ada dua kotak di situ, move the listening and speaking to the right box. Jadi dipindah dari box kiri ke kanan. Lalu di bawahnya centang tick person, lalu pencet OK. Setelah itu kita akan mendapatkan SPSS output-nya, yang mana hasilnya yaitu 0,93, yang mana hipotesis nullnya is rejected. Kesimpulannya dari hasil ini yaitu, based on the person product moment correlation analysis, this correlation coefficient between student listening habit and speaking fluency is R equal 0,93, with a significant value of P is 0. Since the P value is lower than 0,5, the null hypothesis is rejected. The result indicate a very strong and statistically significant positive correlation between listening habit and speaking fluency. Demikianlah hasil penelitian eksperimen dan correlation dari saya. Bila mana ada kesalahan dan pengucapan, mohon maaf. Sekian dari saya. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.